what should you start with? You gotta learn to run a shovel, run a dozer, you know, like.
Yeah, we have touched on that.
What sort of like path to ascension? If you go from high school kid with no experience to successful construction company owner, what steps would be a one potential success? I'm sure there's lots of paths, but what would be one pretty consistent way to work your way up?
Well, we talked about that. You know, one thing, learning a trade, trying to move up in the company you're associated with, and then make as many contacts as possible. Because once you decide to make that choice to start your own business, you're not going to go anywhere if you don't have contacts and people that are reliable. And you're going to build that off of companies that the company you're working for are going to be the companies they're working for. You're going to be competing against the guys that you've been working for X amount of years. So, you know, those relationships are really important to build them on the forefront to where you got potential work whenever you do make the decision to start your own business.
And,
go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, and that guy has field experience. Where like there is an issue now where you get a lot of guys out of college, they try to get into project management. They've never actually been in the field doing the work. So when they put pen to paper to estimate this job,
it's all book knowledge.
It's just, you know, it's just what they think it will take to get the job done versus I've done it.
And made the bruises yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there's a lot of good theology behind the old saying, you know, school of hard knocks. You know, no matter what kind of education you have, you know, until you actually put your foot on a job and do the work, you know, you're never going to be able to bid a job appropriately, as in what you see or project the amount of time it's going to take to do that job. And you got to be in multiple scenarios. Each job is different. You know, there's jobs that are similar, but you know, you got site jobs, you got out in the country jobs, rural areas, you got cross country jobs. You know, there's so many different aspects, you know, of construction, and you know, who knows what company you may land a job with, or you have your own company, in what field you're going to be in. So the more experience you can get in different types of settings as far as a construction site goes, is going to help you determine on how much time it's going to take to do different types of jobs.
Do you see, for different companies you've worked for and you've had various employees go off and start their own ventures, do you see that as a culture of motivation to where the old companies are like encouraging to those people? Or do you see it across the board where there's animosity?
You got a little of both. It depends on, if you've got an established company that's been around, you know, for many years, there's going to be encouragement. You know, they want to see people, you know, grow. Now, you know, there's instances where, like, say you're a company owner and you've been in business for 40 years and your kids are about ready to take over. Now, there may be some animosity, you know, on the new generation coming into this particular business. But, you know, most of the time, you know, for the guys that's been around for a while, there's going to be encouragement. You know, want to see their employees, especially employees that's been loyal and true to them, they want to see them, you know, go out and expand their horizon and do better.
Maybe toss some subcontractors.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And I've had experiences with that, you know, where I've worked with a certain company, then go out and then in the past, you know, after I make that move to another position, that we've actually worked together, you know, like I may be a prime sub to him or vice versa. He may be a prime and sub to me.